We welcome Stephen A. Smith to the program. And Stephen A., it was an odd end, man, because as you heard how I just described it, you were in the building, and it felt like all of the energy and the hope was just sucked out of that building there right before the half. What was that second half like?
Well, it was a no-show by the Cleveland Cavaliers. You don't want to take any credit from the two-time reigning defending NBA champions. Steph Curry was absolutely sensational. There's no doubt about it.
Right.
Kevin Durant recorded a triple-double worthy of the MVP award. And they were just efficient. Backdoor cuts, fast break points, pushing the ball, making the extra pass, sharing the basketball, trusting one another. I actually spent the entire second half thinking that Kevin Durant was trying to give the MVP award to Steph Curry. They had the luxury of toying with the Cleveland Cavaliers to that degree. But I wish I could just leave it towards the superiority of the Golden State Warriors and leave it at that, Scott. You're far kinder than me. The Cleveland Cavaliers didn't show up. The effort was glaringly lacking. It was an embarrassing effort as far as I was concerned. They quit as a team. I thought LeBron James tried early on, but eventually he got to a point where it looked like he quit, and the rest of the team just followed. There were so many defensive lapses, backdoor cuts, wide open threes, wide open jump shots, miscommunication. For this to be the NBA Finals and to see such an effort being put forth by any team gifted enough to make it to the NBA Finals, it was just incredibly disappointing. It was a deplorable effort by Cleveland.
And I understand what you're saying, and I'm not trying to be kind as much as I'm just looking at this through, I think,
right,
a realistic prism here, which is you had chances to win
right,
1 and 3, you didn't, and you know that you're up against a juggernaut. You're not beating these guys in four straight times. So I think when they throw that flurry of punches to end the first half, you know that third quarter is coming. I get what you're saying, Stephen A. I don't know, like,
right,
there's a certain amount of I can want to fight, but I know I can't win the fight.
But Scott, it's the finals, and
right,
what I'm saying to you is there's
you.
a championship on the line, and you know that you're going up against a superior team. I totally understand that, but Scott, there's a difference between you defending somebody, doing all that you can, but just resigning yourself to the fact that they're superior, and that you not even being in the ballpark.
That's
if
fair.
Somebody's going up against you, if you Scott stepped on a basketball court and you were in front of Kevin Durant's face and you put your hand up, but he made the shot, you just sit up there and resign yourself to the reality that this guy is just gifted and that's it. But if you're not even within 5 or 10 feet of the man and one wide open shot after another is taking place and the game ultimately resembles literally a layup drill, that's about effort. That to some degree it's about coaching. It's clearly about heart. And I didn't see any of that tonight from the Cleveland Cavaliers. I take no pleasure in saying that. I'm at the NBA Finals, okay? I want to see two elite teams going up against one another. I want to look at the Golden State Warriors, recognizing their greatness, and leave it at that in terms of appreciation. But when you see such a glaring lack of effort, that can't be ignored. And I'm not going to sit here on national television and ignore this to our viewers who expect the truth from me, you, and everybody else. You're giving it to them. I'm giving it to them. That's our job. This team quit. It is no way around it. Look at them on defense, and you will see that the Cleveland Cavaliers on national television in front of tens of millions of people bowed out, and ungracefully, I might add, because they didn't put forth a fight. It was embarrassing. Yeah,
I mean, look, I said it. It was garbage time for the final game of the year. It's rare. You never see it play. It was a garbage time fourth quarter, and you never see that in the finals. I was curious, and you made the point, it felt like Kevin was trying to gift Steph the MVP. I felt like Steph did his part as well. The man scored 37 points in a closeout game. Who did you feel was the MVP for the series?
It wouldn't have bothered me if they got co-MVPs, believe it or not, because I thought both of them were that efficient throughout this series. Kevin Durant, to me, wanted no parts of LeBron James in Game 1 and didn't really show up like the Kevin Durant, the superstar that we know him to be. But the last 3 games, he put on an absolute show. Came into the night averaging 31, 10, and 9. And then Steph Curry obviously looked awful in Game 3, but showed up in Games 1, 2, and the closeout Game 4. So had it ended up being a co-MVP, I would not have mind, nor did I mind Steph getting it tonight or Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant did score a triple-double. He did abuse every opponent that came in his direction over the last 3 games, and the unselfishness that he displayed as a superstar talent, you just can't say enough. He truly did not care whether he won the MVP award or not. And there was a part of him in his body language when they announced that he was getting the award. You could see he was somewhat surprised because it was like, damn, look at what Steph Curry did tonight. I thought the babyface assassin was going to get it.
Right.
But ultimately, he had to accept it because look at what he did. And Steph is just as gracious. This is what makes them a special team. Not only their gifts and their tremendous talents, but their selflessness. They truly, truly don't care who gets the shine, and they epitomize what a team is about. And I guess that's what makes them a champion. Unfortunately, that has not been the Cleveland Cavaliers all year long, and it certainly was not them tonight. This is a really, really embarrassing way for the Cleveland Cavaliers to go out, and it's somewhat sullied the victory to some degree, at least for the fans and the spectators, not the Golden State Warriors, but for the fans, the spectators. It was a killjoy, man. It was an incredible disappointing ending to this season.